that it didn't start recording right away. In fact, it waited until Mike was talking at some point later, and that's when the recording started. So this is why I always give it time. I don't just hit record and go, because I hit record and go and I've lost the beginning of the podcast a couple times once we started doing the live streaming thing, so I don't do that anymore. Because then I have to go download the stupid VOD from Twitch and rip the first couple minutes of audio out of that, and it's a large pain. So I won't do that. Haha. All right. You guys are good at filling time.
That's what we're here for. Oh, I guess I wasn't paying attention. I thought we were already done filling time.
I thought I was supposed to stay quiet. So, when have you ever known me to not be quiet if I'm not being asked to be quiet?
That's why I was confused, because someone asked you to be quiet. It's just filling time so that the people watching on YouTube have something to listen to while I wait for the recording to kick in. Because sometimes it does record immediately, and other times it doesn't. And I can't figure out why.
Mm-hmm.
It's awkward. And terrible. It's like puberty.
I don't think you know what that word.
No, I know that one. Puberty was awkward and terrible.
And you have to get a note from your parents to watch the video, and it's just a massive hassle.
Dang it, Mike. All right, that was awesome. I feel better now, honestly. All right, that's 2 minutes. Surely it's working now. You didn't hear it in yesterday's stream, Kim? Did you leave that quickly? Dang it, man. But no, I said aunt, not aunt. How do you guys pronounce your uncle's wife?
Aunt.
Aunt, like the bug. But don't tell my aunt I said that.
I'll use both, but I don't know why I'll pick one over the other in any given circumstance.
Fair enough. Because it's spelled aunt.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, I did a Twitter poll, and most people said aunt. And I'm like, that's weird.
That's just how it's always been pronounced by people that I know.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's a family, regional thing.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Burp. And then I threw up. Excuse me. But okay, then. And then, yes. I actually tweeted yesterday that if you pronounce it like the insect and you have one named Tess, so you have an Aunt Tess, then Clues finds that hilarious.
Aunt Tess.
Well, no, Aunt Tess, because anytime that there's a legacy deck that's just named Storm, we have to open it up and figure out if it's Aunt Ad Nauseam Tendrils or Tess, the Extended Storm or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
And so, Aunt Tess. But anyway, all right, let us begin the show now that we've just explained all that nonsense. What is this? What did I say? 558. Okay, here we go. Ow, jam! Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Mana Pool. This is the Mana Pool number 558, which is ridiculous. I am Chewy, also ridiculous. I am the lead dork, and I am surrounded. This place is crawling with them. Other dorks. Hi, dorks!
I'm Brian. I'm the lead rambler, tangent master of the group. I guess I am crawling around this place, and I have a shirt on now, so you're welcome.
Do you have 2 socks, though?
I found the other one. I haven't put it back on yet. So I am currently 1 sock.
That's hot. Psst.
Mike. Don't
Oh,
do this,
his
Mike.
His thing happened because he's all lit up, but he's not speaking.
Did someone like blow on the his internet connection? Is there a splitter?
The splitter at the back of his. All right, well, in lieu of Mike, I am Dirk, the self-proclaimed greenest man alive and moral compass of the group. And I am not sitting, I'm not walking, I am sitting. And messing this up royally.
Good job.
Because that is what I do. Because I am bad at this game.
Can we get some bad at this game in the chat, please, for Dirk?
Well,
Well, that was awful.
Okay, now maybe this will work.
Hey, there you
there
are.
it
I'm a
is.
rules guy and the game lore guy, and for some reason, Brian talking about socks earlier made me wonder if my feet felt cold, but that doesn't make any sense. Because it's way too warm for my feet to feel cold.
Wow.
That's what we got. Okay.
All right, then. So Mike didn't think whether or not his feet were cold until Brian brought up socks. And then it occurred to Mike to think about that. I don't think Mike is fully human. I'm just saying. Mike, did someone teach a robot to grow a beard?
It's not something you can teach.
he cannot confirm nor deny that.
I'm sorry. Did someone program a robot to grow a beard? All right. Now that introductions are sort of kind of out of the way, we are here to talk about Core Set 2020 because the full set dropped because we only got a week and a day of previews. It was very strange.
But wait!
But first,
Okay, good.
there's a thing that happened today, actually, that
Timely.
I figured we would talk about, even though this show won't go public until, Sunday, whatever. Let me see here. Boom. They did an Arena State of the Beta today, which has some stuff. Obviously,
Yeah.
Core Set 2020 is coming.
I appreciate Chewy explaining some of the stuff to me, like, what is a battle pass? Because it turned out that I was half right. I thought it was like a subscription, and I was right about that. What I didn't know was like all the perks and stuff that you get. But, I'm a regular arena player, but am I going to miss out on getting a pet? Probably. Do I care? Not a whole lot. So I can keep playing my cards.
So as you can see on the screen right now, if you're watching this in video form, either live or recorded, there is an adorable little elemental cat sitting on the side of the board, doing kitty-looking things, batting at things and giving itself a bath.
It has fire wings.
And it has fire wings, like most cats, let's say, I guess.
If my cats had fire wings, I wouldn't have a house. So I'm kind of glad they don't.
Your cats don't, huh?
No.
Weird. So, pretty sure Kita used to. Although, I don't know. It's been a long time since I thought about Kita. Pretty sure she had fire wings, though. But anyway, the cat, it turns out, is a pet that they're adding to Arena, and it's part of what's essentially a battle pass. They're doing a mastery system, which it looks like it's going to be like a bunch of like quests and things to do. Like
Is that what that is?
Sort of like an
I thought
achievement
that was like
system?
a collection system of some sort.
Well, like, okay, the picture right above the cat is what I'm showing the screen.
Well, right.
And either you do things to unlock these empty spots, or you have to play long enough to get these orange orbs over here. Hey, I figured out what the balls are. The balls are what go in the holes.
Oh, really?
It's a sphere grid. It's a sphere grid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
From Final
basically.
Fantasy X.
Mhm.
And like I don't know how it works exactly, but whatever. There's a mastery tree that you will. Oh, the mastery tree and reward track will replace the weekly win rewards. Oh, okay.
Okay. But now I can't help but picture Happy Gilmore talking about balls going home.
Going
and
in your
the
hole.
holes. Are you too good for your home?
I mean,
Are you too good for your hole? I guess you can
So-
answer that question on your own.
so anyway, we're not going to talk about whose balls are too good for whose homes.
Yeah. Sorry.
We're yeah, so each set will have this mastery thing. And yeah, if you have the mastery pass, which is essentially a battle pass, then I actually froze the video up here at 52 seconds, which shows as you level up in your pass thing, if you are not on the battle pass, you'll get this up here, which is every other win or every other level, which I assume you get by winning. I don't know. You get a pack. And then I hiccuped. That wasn't a hiccup. That was a sneeze. Excuse me. I get those confused because they both happen all the time. But yeah, you get a pack every other level. I don't know how you raise levels. That's unimportant. But if you have the battle pass, then on level 1 you get the elemental cat pet. Level 2 you get 500 gold. 3 you get a pack. 4 you get 500 gold. 5 you get a ball to put in your mastery system. 6 you get 500 gold. 7 you get, I think that's a pack of a different set. 8 you get, that's either a sleeve or a card style or something. Level 9 you get 200 gems, which gems are the things you usually only get by spending money. 10 you
Yes.
get another ball for your mastery system, and again, I can't tell if that's a sleeve or a pack or a card frame, whatever it is, a card style, I think it's called, whatever that is. But you can tell, if you give them some money to get the battle pass, then you will get more rewards while you play. And it,
Yeah.
like, it's all either stuff you can get already or just cosmetic nonsense like sleeves and the elemental cat pet. There was a picture of the pass. Okay, here we go. So I see the 3,400 or 5,400 gems. I don't know what the difference is in the two different battle passes, but those are the two costs that are shown in the screen. That is subject to change.
Mhm.
This might just be a mock-up that they have set up. These numbers might not be right, but what we're seeing right now is 3,400 and 5,400. Does anybody know what that is off the top of your head? Roughly?
Maybe
No.
one of them includes shipping.
Now I will tell you.
Shut up, Mike.
I will tell you that yes, you usually can only get jewels or gems or whatever it is through paying money. However, you can also get it through certain events, especially like drafts and things, as prizes. So the easy way to do it is to pay for it, because it takes a while to get up that many.
So hey, does anybody in chat know like what the bulk, like the best price for gems is?
Tree Fitty.
Yes, thank you, Dirk. I'm trying to actually get information here,
An
but
actual-
chat seems to have dried up. Did none of you guys ever buy gems? Dang it. All right, hang on. I will go look it up myself. Herp. How much are gems in MTG Arena?
How do
Ah,
you
okay.
pronounce-
St. Cycle said you get. Is that
18,000.
180,000?
18,000.
It's 18,000.
That is
For $100.
18,000 for $100. Okay, so that's the best cost. Okay, here we go. 3,400 gems you could just buy for $20. So there you go. The cheapest battle pass is essentially $20, and you can get. It's actually 20,000 gems according to the FAQ, but knowing Wizards, they haven't upgraded this in like months. So I'm tempted to believe St. Saigal over the actual Wizards website, which is sad.
Not sad for the, I can't pronounce St. Saigal, but sad for Wizards.
St. Saigal. But
St. Saigal. Okay.
yeah, it's sad because the amount I'm getting on the Wizards website is probably wrong.
Interrupting Chelsea.
Yes, thank you, Chelsea, honey. So it's either $20 or I don't know, like $40, 35, something like that.
Yeah. Depending on what you get. There you go.
Yeah, depending on how much you want to spend to get gems at once.
And, I mean, I realize that some people are going to be like, oh, no, but I'm strictly free to play. I'm not going to do this. But that doesn't mean that I begrudge them, making money because they employ people, and if people are willing to pay for it, okay, sure. I don't think that doesn't seem like a really extraordinary amount to me. Does it seem to offend anybody else? Those monsters.
Yeah. So
that, and as long as a lot of it is just cosmetic, or if it gets you stuff but it doesn't get you stuff that you can't otherwise get through patience and hard work, even a lot of it, honestly,
well,
I'm okay with that.
I'm more worried about hey, here's some cards you can only get on Arena if you get Battle Pass. And that's where the problem would be.
Yes.
But
I really doubt they would do that with the way that they have their other reward systems.
yeah, we've got the buy a box promo, and you can still still
Craft
turn
stuff.
in wild cards to get Nexus,
Yeah.
right?
Pretty sure.
So
Sorry about doing that with my voice, but I'm pretty sure that's how that works. Yes.
So yeah, right now the only thing that you can only get with the battle pass is the kitty, which sits on the side and does cute things and has nothing to do with playing Magic. So that's fine. Oh, it actually says right here 3,400 gems. I completely missed that it was in the actual paragraph here. Cool.
We're good at this game.
Yeah, we are. Also,
Any other-
don't forget the London Mulligan goes into effect on Arena and everywhere.
Yep. It was interesting going to GPDC or Magic Fest DC or whatever with Mike, and knowing that this is one of the last times that we use the old Mulligan.
What was that one? The
I mulled
Vancouver?
Vancouver Mulligan. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mulled to 4 in one game, and I actually came out of that one okay.
There were some games I would have killed to just be able to see a few more cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially in your Legacy event, right?
Especially that last game of the
Yeah.
Legacy event. Goodness gracious.
He's not living that one anytime down, folks. Living that one down. that can't talk.
Remember that time Brian said something?
No.
No.
It's not. I don't know what you're talking about.
So back to Arena. The other big
Yes.
thing is rotation, which the sets that are rotating out of Standard are rotating out of Standard on Arena, but they're making a new set or a new format that's going to be in Arena called Historic, which is basically everything that's on Arena. They are not, as of now, bringing back Amonkhet and Kaladesh because, let's be real, putting Amonkhet and Kaladesh back in would make Historic miserable and awful. So...
But I want my spy copter, Chewie.
Well, it wasn't legal in Standard. I don't know if they would make it legal.
Oh, yeah.
It also had a bunch of cards banned, right? I hadn't even thought of that. Which they might not want to fool with in...
Yeah.
Although,
Because
wait, aren't there cards banned in Standard now?
Nexus of
Standard?
Fate is banned.
The that
Sorry.
dinosaur thing.
Oh yeah, the red one.
Yeah,
Yes.
What's his name? I can't even think of its name.
I don't remember.
Dinosaur.
Blah blah.
It damages people when creatures enter the battlefield and players can't gain
And
life.
players can't gain life. Yeah, Rampaging
Rampaging
Ferocidon.
Ferocidon.
Thank you,
There we
Pinball
go.
Witch.
Forgot about that. I haven't played Standard in a while. So
Nexus is banned in Best of One Arena.
that's right. I knew it was. I
Yeah,
thought so.
but it's not banned in Standard.
But so if you bring back Kaladesh, if you don't remove the ban cards from boosters, then people are gonna be like, is this okay? So this is not banned. I can play it. Great, and it's gonna be miserable. And if you do remove them, then people will be like, but where's my blah blah blah? I want my whatever.
And if you keep them in and ban them, people are going to be like, why?
Yeah,
Why did you do this to me?
that is.
Yeah,
the
I opened
epitome
this pack of Kaladesh and got the spycopter, as you called it. Now that's all
Yeah.
I'm hearing in my head.
Spycopter. That's what it does.
What is that card called?
The thing.
Smugglers Cup.
Smuggler's
Smuggler's
Copter. There we go. My brain is just Spycopter. That's totally it. I'm like, no, it's not, brain. Screw you. The Looter Scooter. Oh, that's good.
Hashtag
yeah.
Spycopter. Let's make it happen.
But,
I can be an influencer too.
but yeah, they'd have to either deal with whether they wanted those cards that were banned in Standard legal in this, because it's not big enough to be Modern. It's like Standard Plus.
Yeah.
So, so they're just not gonna fool with it right now. So no Amonkhet, no Kaladesh, just yet. They said that's for right now. They don't know if they'll bring it back. They might in the future.
Yeah. Keep their options open. The more they tell people this is how it's going to be, the more people go, okay, this is it forever or never or
Yeah.
whatever.
See, I see that they could be doing a set and say, we'll match up these sets with each other and exclude other ones so that there's some dynamicness, but also fewer shenanigans.
Shenanigans was in Magic. Was in Modern
Mhm.
Horizons. We gotta. They took one of our words, man.
They did. Those bastards. Anyway.
Right.
Is that
So
everything from this? That's
didn't want to spend forever and a day on it, but yeah.
So yeah. So importance. There's London Mulligan, rotation, historic, no Amonkhet, no Kaladesh, battle pass, and Core Set 2020. Boom. That's everything that was in the state of the beta today. Yay.
Yay.
Yeah, they did reprint Ragnaros. Ragnaros is now a kitty. Look, see right there. It's a little Ragnaros kitty. It's like, by cuteness be purged. Rah. Anyway, so
It jumps on a spider. It's like, die, insect.
and then you're like, silly Ragnaros kitty. Spiders are arachnids. And then it sets your curtains on fire. Anyway, so since our last episode, the entirety of Core Set 2020 has been revealed.
Yes. Do we want to look at? I think we covered some of the cycles already, but some of them, like the Cavaliers, were not done.
Yeah, we didn't have the blue
We didn't
one.
have the blue one, and did we have the green one? I don't think we had the green one
I
either.
don't think we
No.
had the green one.
Yeah. So imagine Dirk will want the green one. I'm just throwing that out there. I mean, don't want to typecast, but
Mhm.
Dirk's got a Dirk. So hey, Mike, you like blue things?
I do, and I like this one too.
All right.
The Cavalier of Gales for 2 blue is a 5/5 mythic elemental knight with flying. So 5/5 with flying for 5. Pretty good deal. Like it. When Cavalier of Gales enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards, then put 2 cards from your hand on top of your library in any order. So you get to brainstorm. Then, when Cavalier of Gales dies, shuffle it into its owner's library, then scry 2.
It's a really weird card.
That's very strange for a blue card to do.
Yeah.
of all the things it could do. It's very, very unusual.
Yeah. I mean, the first ability is Brainstorm, just straight up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, but it's a 5/5 flyer for 5 mana. It's like Air Elemental, eat your heart out.
Mm-hmm.
We'll wait. Go ahead. No, do it, Air Elemental. I'm waiting. But yeah, compare like the white one is a 4/6 on the ground with vigilance. Black one is what? Cavalier. Where's the black? Where's the black? Black one's a 4/5 lifelink. So, yeah, that just feels.
The red one is a 6/5.
Which feels appropriate for red.
Mm.
And we haven't talked about the green one
We
yet.
haven't talked about the green one.
it's
I mean,
a 5/6
granted, the black
though.
one also can kill something when it comes in, so
True.
they can't give it super stats.
I like the blue one.
Yeah,
good.
like it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like it's a. Is that just Brainstorm? Hang on.
It's just Brainstorm.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. So it's just a Brainstorm, and then when it dies, essentially you shuffle and scry too. Like
Yeah, pretty much.
who even cares if you shuffle this back in? If it just said shuffle your library and scry too, I'd be like, word. That's pretty awesome, actually.
I guess maybe because it shuffles in first, then you scry 2, there's a chance that you're like, hey, buddy,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
in limited, oh, wow. You start in the long game, you will, if the game goes on long enough, you will effectively draw this every turn if they kill it. And if they don't kill it, you're hitting them with a 5/5 in the air. So,
Yeah, seems
job.
okay.
yeah. So what about that there green one?
Okay.
Anything else about the blue one?
I keep accidentally getting to the freaking elemental kitty. You know what? I'll just leave it there. It'll just keep jumping up and meowing at people.
Well, Cavalier of Thorns is the green one. For 2 and 3 green, grand total of 5, it's a 5/6 with reach, and it's an elemental knight that's mythic. When Cavalier of Thorns enters the battlefield, reveal the top 5 cards of your library. Put a land card from among them onto the battlefield, and the rest into your graveyard.
Does not say basic.
It does
Oh,
not.
it does not.
Hmm.
Wow.
I think I feel like they're getting away from that. At least in this set.
For the
Seems like
fancy
it.
cards.
Mm-hmm. When
It's-
Cavalier,
I mean, you also can't like search your library for it. It's just if it's there, great.
yeah.
Okay, keep going.
When Cavalier of Thorns dies, you may exile it. If you do, put another target card from your graveyard on top of your library.
Okay. I like regrowth. Seems cool. And this is dying a lot during your opponent's turn. Maybe they've got instant speed removal, but a lot of times if it dies at all, because it is a 5/6, it's probably dying during your opponent's turn, in which case you effectively get to draw the card from your graveyard that you want. It's also a May ability, so if you're like, no, I don't want rampant growth back, it's the only thing in my graveyard, you can say no. And if you don't exile this. So,
But it does not go back into your library.
no.
Correct.
You can't get
Which
this
is
back.
different from the other ones. All the other ones say it goes back in your library, don't they?
No.
They all
It's just
just
the blue one.
do a thing when they die.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The blue one does that, but that's not. It's not the same with all of them.
For some odd reason, that we've talked about something recently that whenever it dies, it gets shuffled back into your library. I don't know if it was this set or last set.
The
Certainly have.
the God Eternals from War of the Spark, when they died, they went to the second card from the top of your library. That's probably what you're
I
thinking.
think that's what it was.
Was anybody else slightly disappointed when this had reach and not the Thorn Elemental ability? Because I'm sorry, I'm not even trying to make a joke. I was literally like, Cavalier of Thorns. I saw the art and I'm like, okay. And then I read it and I'm like,
Oh,
Uh-huh.
not at all the same. But
That
you know,
would have been
whatever.
pretty cool.
Yeah, it's not what they did with it, but I don't know. I guess just there's certain words in the Magic vernacular that you go, okay. So, all right. Planeswalkers.
Did we miss any?
Did
Did I
we?
get everybody?
Vivian
Yeah,
wasn't
Vivian
out
wasn't here yet last week.
Oh,
yet.
yeah.
We had a Johnny. We had the blue.
Mu Yanling.
We had Soren. We had all the Chandras. So
Yeah.
Vivian.
So
Well-
Vivian, since I haven't even said much this episode, Vivian Archbow Ranger. For 1 and 3 green, starts with 4 loyalty for 4 mana. That seems pretty good.
Yeah.
+1, distribute 2 +1/+1 counters among up to 2 target creatures. They gain trample until end of turn. That's pretty good.
Seems good.
nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
-3. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker. So it's not a fight.
It's a
bite.
go punch that thing, and it goes, okay.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. And then -5. This is trippy. You may choose a creature card you own from outside the game, reveal it, and put it into your hand.
It's the creature half of Living Way.
Yeah. So just a reminder, in a
PSA.
in a tournament game, effects that do this, you can go get something you own from outside the game, let you look through your sideboard. In a constructed event, your sideboard is, whatever sideboard you brought with you. In a limited event, your sideboard is the rest of your pool that you didn't put into your deck. In a casual game, you can go get, pretty much
Whatever.
anything, whatever.
Yeah, whatever your
Um,
play group has agreed to is
Yeah.
outside the game.
Yeah, if your play
Yeah.
group is like, okay, if you know you have this effect, have a binder for it or whatever, then that's up to your play group. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a story Mike told once the last time this came up was once way back in college he cast Living Wish to get some sort of common
Enchantment removal.
yeah, some sort of enchantment removal spell. He cast a wish and he goes, "Do I really need to run to my room to get it?" And we're like, "No." He goes, "Okay, I get that. I cast it." And we went, "All right." But again, that was us. And then that's what we agreed on is whatever as a play group.
Oh, and in Commander, the official rule is that effects like this don't do anything unless the players have agreed to exactly what they're allowed to go get.
Yeah.
I vividly remember Brian doing something similar to this and doing, I think it was Living Wish, and going and grabbing Genesis.
Genesis, you mean Glory? You've told this story
Glory?
a couple
Was it
times.
Glory? Okay.
Glory.
It was Glory out of his binder.
Yeah.
And all of us just going, God.
Genesis doesn't scare anybody. Glory does.
Yeah.
I also remember Living Wishing one time against Chewy for like a faceless butcher for his phage.
For
I'm
my
sure
phage.
he's forgotten all about
For my
that. by now.
phage. You crotch.
Yeah, clearly he's forgotten about it.
So yeah, again with Commander, if you're playing in some sort of quote unquote sanctioned event, they don't do anything. But if you're playing with people, it's whatever you guys have all decided.
Right.
Yeah. Sometimes you can bring a wish board with you, but yeah, you just need to talk to people beforehand.
Yeah. Make sure you know what the expectation is, because some people will not want to wait while you
Go
hold
dig.
on, I know I've got whatever, so
Yeah.
In these 5 binders I have.
I know it's here somewhere. I'm bad, but I've put wishes into decks and forgotten that they're in there, and then the guys come over and I'm like, oh shoot, we're getting ready for the next game or whatever, and I realize it's in there, or maybe I just drew it. I'm like, okay, during Chewy's turn, because Chewy's turn generally takes the longest, not every time, but a lot of times. I'm like, and I run upstairs. I'm like, which binder is it in? Because my whole collection is here. But don't do that.
Just called you out.
Outside of her -5, the rest of her abilities are all neat.
Yeah.
Like she's not great.
She's not what's his face, Dag Faden. in terms of the
Hey man,
Jack faded.
Dak Faden is actually terrifying in exactly one format. Do you know which format?
Vintage.
It's vintage.
Okay.
Isn't that bizarre? It's still true though.
So, has anybody heard about this Oathbreaker format?
I've heard of
I've
it.
seen people talking about it on Tapped Out.
Okay.
Yeah, I just don't care.
Somebody on a forum was mentioning it somewhere, and I was like, I feel like I've heard of this. And I was like, oh yeah, I heard about it like 6 months ago, and yeah, okay. I'm a fan of like introducing new formats.
Yeah,
so.
it's basically your commander is a planeswalker, and they also have a spell that lives in the command zone
Right.
too.
But you can only cast the spell when it's a non-creature spell, right? Is it sorcerer instant? I think.
Yeah.
And you can only cast it while your commander is on the battlefield. And every
Correct.
time you cast it, it then costs 2 generic more.
Yeah.
So it seems nifty, and it gets the Johnny in me going. But I'm not gonna like build 4 more decks for it like I did with Brawl. So
No, like after my experience, from several years ago with Tiny Leaders and just recently with Brawl, I'm just like, no, never mind.
Yeah.
I'll just play the formats that I know we're going to play.
you still got your Brawl deck together though, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, good. Any other mythics that we did not cover?
Look at Brian just jumping right back.
Well, I'm usually the
Kethis.
one to go like 20 minutes on a tangent, so I'm trying to keep us going.
Kethis, the hidden hand is. I don't think we talked about that character, that card.
Oh yeah, that one was
What
now.
color is that?
Multicolored.
Multicolor. Oh, is that the
The legendary.
Yeah, I can see it in my head. I'm not there yet. But you know what? I haven't taken a card yet, so I'm here now. So ha ha ha. I took just long enough. Kethis, the hidden hand.
Oh,
The hidden hand. He costs Abzan, a white, a black, and a green, for a 3/4 elf advisor. A legendary, of course. He's mythic. Legendary spells you cast cost 1 generic less to cast. Exile 2 legendary cards from your graveyard. Until end of turn, each legendary card in your graveyard gains. You may play this card from your graveyard. I feel like between the 5-color legends, the one in this set that's colorless, and Sisay in Modern Horizons, and this, we've seen more like play all the legendaries like themes for some of the new legendary creatures. There's always going to be seeds for Commander, but I feel like more in the last couple of weeks, I would say months, but wait, no, it's just been a couple of weeks since the last set came out, that we've seen more of this. Hey, go nuts. I mean, even the Morpheon or whatever is like, you like tribal? Great. Here's everything, So
what is that thing called? Moron? No.
more
Moron face? Wait, no, that's me.
Morpha magic.
Is it? It's
Morphodon.
not Morphodon, is it?
Morphin.
It's
Morophon.
Morophon.
There we
It's
go,
Morphodon
Morophon.
time.
Look, it only took us an hour. We got there.
So
I like
I'm-
Moron face.
I mean, Kethis, like if we did a story circle for him, I'd be like, yes, with white and black and green legendary spells. I mean, like, this is what he does. That's cool. I'm not knocking him. It's what he does.
Yeah, like this is obviously there for Commander players. Just like
Yeah.
the Morophon and the Sisay and what's his name down here in the bottom? I forgot his name. The commander, the scout. Freaking.
The wanderer guy.
What's his name?
I'm
though?
getting there. Golos, tireless pilgrim. So
Golos. There, I missed him. Yeah. There's just a bunch of cards that are obviously just for Commander, and that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, how long before people were like, oh, core set 2020, more like commander set 2020, like the whole, Commander Horizons or whatever. Like,
I've probably seen
shut
that already.
up. So,
Let's
Woohoo.
see. There was a cycle of monocolored legendary creatures at Rare. Did we talk about?
I know we didn't talk about the angel. We definitely didn't talk about the angel.
Yeah, not yet.
Oh, wait, I can just look for the crown molding. Yeah, here she is. Yeah,
Well,
we didn't talk about her
Mike,
because
you're
she's
so
insane.
yeah, Mike, you're so smart. What'd she do?
Yeah, Mike, with your face
Reading
and your
cards
robot
and
beard.
whatnot.
It's pretty cool. Sephora, Sky's Blade. 4 white, white, white for a 7/7 rare legendary angel with flying and lifelink. Okay. Other creatures you control with flying have indestructible. That's always cool. But here's the real here's the extra fancy part. You may pay 1 white mana and tap 4 untapped creatures you control with flying rather than pay this spell's mana cost.
But Mike, what if she's in the command zone and she's
Then-
died 12 times?
Then you gotta pay 24 more mana.
Do you? This says instead of playing the mana cost.
Yeah, the mana cost is the symbols printed up in the upper right corner of the card. That's all you get that's all you get for free when something says to cast it without paying the mana cost. You don't get a break on any other additional costs.
And now I know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Along
But-
with 25% blue lasers and 25% red lasers. None of which
I'm
are
just-
hitting anything. Anyway.
I'm just
So
like looking at this and going, oh my gosh, this is like phages, or not phages, Achroma's like long lost sister.
It like
Oh my god.
let's be real though. Tapping 4 of your flyers instead of hitting your opponent in the face with 4 flyers is that's a lot.
it is
Yeah,
a
it's
lot.
not.
Not.
It's
Spirits.
meaningful. There are easy ways to get flying creatures like
Like
Spectral
Spirit Token.
Procession or what's that one with flashback?
Battle Screech?
Oh yeah, that one that was just reprinted.
That one or the other one with flashback, the one with the flashback
Lingering
for Warner
Souls.
Black. Lingering Souls, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and yeah, I think Dirkman Avison, not a Chroma. Wrong, big scary angel.
Yeah, sorry.
Starts with an A.
Well, no. Oh, well, yeah. Well, she's not. It would have to be,
Avison
Yeah,
already makes
if-
stuff indestructible.
If you're tapping spirits to do this, it's great. If you're tapping like
Other
your
angels.
5-6 cost angels, it's not quite so
Avison,
good.
Chroma, and Razia.
But it's flavorful. They help her come out. But I love the fact that she does then turn around and make them indestructible. So
Yeah. Plus, in her art, she's surrounded by 4 floating swords, which
Yes.
means she's awesome.
I hear
In
those
other
are
words,
good.
those 4 swords tap to summon her.
Ah.
That is the implication. Yes,
See what you did there.
I think that was the art direction. So, all right, but yeah, she's cool.
Yeah. So, achievement unlocked for anyone who pays 1 white mana and taps 4 dancing scimitars to cast Sephora Sky's Blade.
All right. In blue, we covered the Sphinx.
Yeah,
In
attempt
black,
says-
I don't think we covered the black one. Crown molding. Not you, Soren. Oh,
Oh yeah, we did
the
because it's a
broker of
demon.
blood. Yeah.
All right, Mike, get him. I know you just did one, but it doesn't matter.
Broker of Blood. Broken.
Because this is totally a card that Mike will play and or kill himself with.
Totally.
So, Villas, Broker of Blood. 5 black. So, 8 mana for an 8/8 rare legendary demon with flying. First ability. Pay 1 black and 2 life. Target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn.
It's not bad.
Very useful, actually.
It's not great, but it's not bad.
Yeah. And then, next ability. Whenever you lose life, draw that many cards.
And like, I'm looking at that and I feel like that is such a demonic ability. Have we ever seen that on a demon before? Because
I don't think so.
And once again, it's one of these like, why has that never been done before kind of things. This is like what the Warlock deck does on Hearthstone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
And I realize we're talking about Magic, not Hearthstone, but there you go.
Yeah, we've had lots of things that, say draw cards and lose life. But nothing's coming to mind that says when you lose life.
I love that everybody in the chat is like, this card can kill Mike. And somebody says, Pinball Witch says, will he pay all his life first or deck himself first? It's a race. And the answer is yes. I love you guys, chat. You are right on board with that. We know you, Mike. And we know what you're going to do to yourself.
It'll be pretty exciting.
What Mike will do is like drop himself. He'll just draw cards, drop himself down to like 3, and he'll be like, all right, I'm going to stop here. And then Dirk will go, all right, bolt Mike. Mike will go,
Okay.
Yeah.
Pinball Witch and I have been like talking over each other in chat saying the same thing. And she just said something that I was just thinking. Have Grizzlebrand on the battlefield, pay 7 for Grizzlebrand's ability, and draw 14 cards. Yeah.
Jesus! That, yeah. I also really like this guy. Because, I mean, he's a big flying demon that draws you cards, and I won't use him to kill myself. Pinball Witch threw 10 bits to virtual high five Mike.
Okay. I'm going to take this next one because I don't know that it's like amazing, but I think it's awesome, and I think the art is spectacular, and the name is great. So yeah, this is Drakuseth, Maw of Flames. And he is like the most dragony dragon to ever dragon up in this place.
Sorry, it's an old Xbox Live arcade joke.
Okay, I have PlayStation, so your ways are foreign.
There was a game years ago called The Maw that was one of the early Xbox Live arcade games, and in it, you were a little dude who walked around and had this alien thing called The Maw do stuff, and you could call him, and your little dude would be like, Maw? Maw?
This is like
so anytime
Maw
I
and
see the
Paw?
word Maw, I just see that little dude going, Maw. Sorry, keep going.
This is like Ma and Pa, like a mom and pop store, or I don't know. Anyway, so for 4 and 3 red, there's that color commitment right there. 7 mana for a 7/7 flyer, rare. And when he attacks, I love the fact that it's whenever he attacks, it's not just come into the battlefield, do it once. No, every time he attacks, deals 4 damage to any target and 3 damage to each of up to 2, not 1, but 2 other targets. And we've got another last words flavor text. Spread out, you idiot. Spread out. Marsden, party leader, last words.
Everyone knows, except for Marsden's party, apparently, that Dragonfire has a pretty good splash radius.
The flavor text on these dragon cards.
And there are a lot of last words in this set.
but they're all on dragon card, or
Yeah,
they're all on
it's
cards
awesome.
that depict dragons. And Marsden was apparently leading around this group that were like, sure, dragons, we're high level, right? Not enough. But so this, when it attacks, even if it never touches the opponent, it deals 10 damage? 4 to one thing, 3 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Up to 10.
Up to 10. Oh, I'm sorry, just up to 10. In multiplayer, it's going to be like, okay, you guys don't have anything on the board, which is weird because, this thing costs 7. But, all right, Mike, you take 3. Dirk, you take 3. Chewy, you take 4 because you're at the highest life. And, maybe you threw a spear in the way. Fine, great, whatever. I like it. And the art is just, mwah.
Yeah, and it's any targets. You could burn creatures, you could burn
Any
players, you could burn planeswalkers, you could burn
Not artifacts.
you could burn the curtains that the elemental cat hasn't set on fire yet.
Rare.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like this guy.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Try to set the night on fire. Anyway, so what? Shut up. We haven't had a Doors reference in a solid few minutes.
And then green has
Oh
Gargos.
god, Gargos. Yeah, Dirk, did
Hey,
you see
Dirk.
Gargos?
I haven't read it yet.
Oh my god, Dirk, read Gargos.
Gargos, Vicious Watcher. For 3 and 3 green, grand total is 6. It's an 8/7 legendary Hydra. That's rare. It's got Vigilance. Hydra spells you cast cost 4 mana or 4 generic mana less to cast. That's very nice. When a creature you control becomes the target of a spell, Gargos Vicious Watcher fights up to 1 target creature you don't control.
Notice it doesn't say target of a spell your opponent controls. So you can be like,
Yeah.
hey, I giant growth Gargos. Gargos is like, sure, who you want me to kill?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you
But-
cast Giant Growth on Gargos, and Gargos just reaches over to Mike's board and eats something, and Mike's like,
Yeah. But of course, this is also here. So somebody's like, I play Gargos, and somebody else is like, okay, Doomblade, and they're like, taking something down with it. And let's not forget the fact that if you remove the second 2 abilities, this is an 8/7 for 6 mana with Vigilance.
Yeah.
yeah, right? Like, it's already good.
Like, okay, it's passes the vanilla test, sure. Or French vanilla or whatever they're calling it. I like French vanilla. It's great. And then, yeah, I love the fact that this is obviously, Hydra tribal. And it's not, oh, your Hydras cost 1 less, or your Hydras get +1/+1, because who cares? They're Hydras. No, they're like, you know what? Hydras are Hydras. So, -4. Boom. I love it.
So,
So,
just for the interest of, because this came up in the Discord server, the way this works is if you have a Hydra that costs, I don't know, let's say X and a green,
Mm-hmm.
the X is calculated, and you have to pay that much mana, but then you get the discount. So if you say, okay,
Yeah.
I would like let's say a 6X Hydra, so that's 6 and a green for the X, right?
right.
Well, that means you set your X at 6, and then you subtract 4. So you're paying 2 and a green to get your 6/6 Hydra, and that's awesome!
Apocalypse Hydra says, "What's up?"
Yeah, that is the Apocalypse Hydra is literally the only problem I have with this card being mono green. Because you can't put Apocalypse Hydra in the commander deck with it.
Yeah,
But
you can always build a 60 card deck, Chewy.
I mean, you
It's still
could
that.
if
that's
that's a
still a
thing that
thing.
people do, like some sort of pleb. So yeah, Gargos is really neat. The only problem is, remember, Gargos fights things. So if you pump it once, or you cast a spell on something and it bites a thing, or it fights a thing, and then someone else casts the kill spell or on one of your other dudes. Oh, it says up to 1. Never mind. You get to choose.
Yeah. But I think the point you were making is that, remember, the marked damage will
Stays there, yeah.
stays there until the end of the turn.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought that's where you were going with that.
That is where I was going, but then I realized that it's not required. But yeah, be careful of that. If you have it fight like a 5/5, that means 2 more damage will kill it, so don't have it fight a 2/2. Unless you want to kill it, in which case that's fine too.
You were mentioning something earlier
I was?
about deck and everything. Don't forget Changeling.
Oh my god, changelings are hydras.
Yep, they are.
Ha!
Jeez. Wow.
Good job, Dirk. By good job, I mean, damn it, Dirk.
Damn it, Dirk.
And good old moron face is like, oh yeah.
Oh, and the Mistform Ultimus.
Moron face is pretty happy about that. Shut up, Mike.
Was that what you were? Is that the name for Mistform Ultimus these days?
No,
face?
that was more. What was? I forgot. Morathon?
Morathon.
Yeah, that's what I called Morathon because I
Oh.
couldn't remember what his name actually was. So,
Okay.
we have too many running jokes going in this episode. We need to tone it down
Maybe.
so I could actually come up with a title.
Too many running jokes.
Okay, so that's the legendary monocolored creatures. I think we covered all of the multicolored ones.
We covered all the ley lines because you had me read the green ley line, and no one understood what it did, so I had to actually read it. And we did talk about the best card in the set, the Ferocious Pup. So
We did right at the end, yeah. Also, I just want to point out the art on Diamond Knight is awesome.
pretty cool.
The knight itself is whatever. 3 mana, 1/1 artifact creature knight, uncommon with vigilance. I missed that part. So 3 mana, 1/1 with vigilance. When it enters the battlefield, choose a color, and whenever you cast a spell of the chosen color, you put a +1/+1 counter on it. So it's a limited card, but look at that art though. It's a Diamond Knight. You'd think a Diamond Knight would be either bigger than a 1/1 or have something more powerful than vigilance, because diamond.
For some reason, I thought it started at 1/2. I wonder why.
Because you really miss Squire.
Maybe.
You know what card I saw and I was like, ha! Colossus Hammer.
That is one that a lot of people went ha over.
Because you see it and you're like, I get it. So Colossus Hammer for a single mana, an equipment, it's uncommon, and the equipped creature gets +10/+10, loses flying because it's too big, it's too heavy. You can't fly with that, and it has a equip cost of 8. So, yeah, I love it.
The
Yeah.
art is awesome on it too.
The art is, in fact, awesome. And there have been several, like, one-turn kill combos running around the internet ever since this was shown.
Oh, I bet.
Like, my favorite one was the 1/1 with double strike that has double strike when it's equipped. Whatever, the core duelist, is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On turn
think-
1.
Yeah.
And then on turn 2, you play that spell that I don't remember what it does.
It's an enchantment that says whenever, like, your equipment has flash. Your equipment and ours have flash, and then whenever an equipment enters the battlefield, you can attach it to something. Is that what it says?
Sigarda's Aid. Okay, wait. Let's just go look up Sigarda's Aid then, because I don't want to screw this up. Of course, Gatherer doesn't want to load. Here we go. Sigarda's Aid is a 1-mana enchantment that says you may cast aura and equipment spells as though they had flash, and when an equipment enters the battlefield under your control, you may attach it to target creature you control. So yeah, the
That
core
seems-
duelist is a 1/1 for 1, so you play it on turn 1. On turn 2, you play Sigarda's Aid, you swing with your 1/1. If they don't block, you then flash in your there's the elemental cat again. You flash in your Colossus Hammer and equip it to the dude and hit them for 22.
Sigarda's Aid seems really good. Like, I guess that one just flew under the radar for me. It was in Return
Eldritch Moon.
to Innistrad. Yeah.
So yeah, that's the best combo I've seen with it, but there have been several. Yeah, there's one for Glistener Elf.
Oh,
That's the other one that
I mean,
works.
you said instant kill, and I'm like, fact?
So yeah, it's pretty funny. But the art is the best.
Mhm.
And I love the flavor text. There's only one way to be sure it's really dead. I need to get one of those for spiders in the
Giant
apartment.
hammer.
Or an elemental cat. Either one of those, I think, would handle spiders in the apartment pretty well.
Gotta say it with a southern accent.
There's only one way to be sure it's really dead.
Yep.
Oh my god. All
So
right.
what else did we see, guys?
Chat pointed out the bag of holding, which is hilarious and silly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bag of Holding for 1 mana is an artifact that's rare. Whenever you discard a card, exile that card from your graveyard. Okay. For 2 and tap, the Bag of Holding, you draw a card, then discard a card. Which will then get exiled from your graveyard, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then for 4 and tap and sacrifice the Bag of Holding, you return all cards exiled with Bag of Holding to their owner's hand. And it's
Wow.
just a great, like, I love this art where there's a crossbow and like a long bow and a quiver of arrows, and I think that's like a spear point or maybe a sword,
Mm-hmm.
and there's like a staff,
Some sort.
and then there's like a wolf, and
I
there's
think that's a dinosaur snout.
oh, it's a dinosaur snout, and then there's octopus tentacles, all just sticking out of this Bag of Holding, and the flavor text is "There's no prepared like over prepared."
Don't you just hate RPGs with inventory limitations?
I do.
As much as I love Final Fantasy IV, first RPG ever, love it to death. By the time I get to like Falbul, I'm like, all right, gotta find what am I losing here?
Yeah, I gotta-
All these different kinds of arrows, and I'm never gonna need fire arrows because by the time I need them, I'm gonna have something much better. But I'm not throwing them away, so need a Bag of Holding.
You know, there used to be a trick in Final Fantasy IV that if you did this little trick, it would multiply whatever was in your fourth slot.
Yes.
My favorite thing was to do that with the Excalibur sword and then have Edge throw it.
I remember doing that too, actually, because you throw the Excalibur and it hits, and the damage pops up, and it's like 9999. You're like,
I threw the legendary sword. Oh, here's another one.
here's another one.
I got like 15 of them. It's
Yeah.
all good.
I'm gonna hold this one so you can't throw it. You can throw the rest. We'll make more. And the Edge is like, what?
Okay.
But anyway, yes, that's Bag of Holding. Bag of Holding is awesome.
Yep, I like it. Dirk, what's something that you saw that you were like, ooh, or ugh?
Well, most of the stuff is the stuff we've talked about.
They did show off a lot of.
Oh,
the
there
really,
was
like,
one thing that I saw that you may have to come back to me.
Okay, Mike.
He's
Not
in the
sure.
same boat I'm in. And it's
Yeah,
like,
basically.
there was
Chewy?
one card.
Mike,
Kinda scroll back
Mike
and
really
forth.
likes the said Scorpion. I know he's
course
gonna
he
bring it up, so I'm just gonna take it from him.
Yeah,
Don't you, Mike?
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just a
One
1/1
death
death
touch
touch for
for-
one.
For one, the bane of Mike's existence.
Exactly.
Hey, didn't Loaming Shaman used to be a rare when it was printed in original Ravnica?
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
Thought
yeah.
so.
That's an uncommon.
It's a fine uncommon.
Probably
Yeah.
fine. That like saw a dragon wizard. I'm like, really? But I saw that. And I'm like, yeah, that just makes sense. So we have not.
Oh, we
Oh my
still
God,
I
we
think
think
haven't-
Mike likes the embodiment of agonies.
that sounds black.
It
It's
is.
a demon. But before we get back up there, Fry. We haven't talked about Fry yet. I mean, Dirk, read Fry. It's in red. You haven't read this yet. Just straight off the bat, just read Fry.
No, we've already
Yeah.
read Fry.
We haven't.
We haven't?
No.
I swear we have. For 1 in a red, it's an instant that's uncommon. This spell can't be countered. Fry deals 5 damage to target creature or planeswalker that's white or blue.
Yes. And the art and the flavor text.
I'm afraid your dinner's got a little has got a little overcooked.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I would remember if we talked about that.
Oh, we talked about it on Monday Night Magic. I know that's what I'm thinking because I'm sitting here going, we totally talked about this. No, that was Bill.
Colonel Sanders' last words.
But yeah, not only is
Damn
this
it,
card,
Mike.
not only is this card funny, but this card actually has like implications in
It
standard.
does stuff. Yeah.
It says, "Hey, look, Teferi's dead."
Yeah. I mean, there's an entire deck right now that's Esper Planeswalkers. In fact, there are 2 of them. So, like, Esper is which colors again?
White and blue. And a little black. But
Yeah,
white
and that
blue.
other one. But it's the white and blue that are the important bits here. And yeah.
Wait, yeah. So this hits both Teferis, the one that costs 3 and the one that costs 5. And it hits Narset, which I don't really pay attention to Constructed, but I hear Narset is doing things in Legacy.
I hear that as well, yeah.
And then and this also hits the Moonfolk. She's blue and green. Come on.
Tamio.
Tamio.
Yeah, this hits a lot of Planeswalkers actually.
Sorry. I just saw Stark's flavor text. Wait, can't be countered? Teferi, last words.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Let's hit the hate cards real quick.
Hate.
Because we haven't seen any in a while.
Yeah. Are we going to count protection? Because it's basically like a middle finger to that color. Or
Sure,
you
why
want
not?
to strict... Well, okay.
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right.
So, like, we've got the Apostle Purifying Light,
Mm-hmm.
which is
What's
a 2/1 for 2 human cleric. Pro black. Wow. And for 2 mana, exile target card from her graveyard. Which, let's be real, that's mostly black.
That's mostly black.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
green, but mostly black. Yeah.
So that's
And then is
cool.
there...
The other one in white is Devout Decree. 1 and a white.
I said, yup.
1 and a white, uncommon sorcery. Exile target creature or planeswalker that's black or red. Scry 1.
I heard Nicol Bolas is both black and red.
Yeah.
And so it won't work on him because he's not black or red. He's black and red. Don't listen to me. That's totally wrong. I'm just messing with Mike.
And even possibly more important than Nikki B, Liliana. Have you played against Liliana? It is maybe because I've been seeing her on Arena, but she is super frustrating to play against.
Seems like she would be.
Every
I can see
time.
that.
Every time. Drop her down, sack 2 creatures, and start building her up, and she's very, very difficult to play against. So, yeah, I can see exiling her.
So is that it for color hate and white?
Mm-hmm.
Think so.
Is it just black?
Blue.
Huh, weird. Okay.
Well, the other one does black and red. So,
Okay, yeah, that's
Uh,
true.
blue, we've got Aether Gust. It seems the protection is only against one color. Luckily they don't have anything in this set like protection from black and red because blue. Blue, we have Aether Gust for 1 and a blue, an instant, uncommon. Choose target spell or permanent that's red or green. Its owner puts it on the top or bottom of their library. Now, Mike had to just step away, but I'm fairly certain that the owner of the permanent or spell chooses where it goes, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can't be like, hey, you counter your spell and put it on the bottom of your library. They get to say, well, actually, I want it on top. There may be situations where they don't really want to draw it again right away. So maybe they want to put it on bottom. But either way, the fact that it can do a spell, perfect. This to me is one of the epitome of a good counterspell, because counterspells are usually only good while the spell is on the stack. You draw this later and you're like, okay, well, I can't counter it, but I can still make it go away for a turn. So, yeah, I like it.
And if you're using it as a counterspell, it's either a memory lapse or... Mike, what was the counterspell that put something on the bottom of the library?
Hinder could do both, I think. But I think you got to choose for hinder.
or hinder.
But the way other gust works, the opponent gets to choose.
Yeah.
Right, that's what we were saying. So,
Mhm.
but again, they
Yeah,
can
I was away from
earn
it.
Yeah, the fact that it works on either a spell or a permanent that's already on the battlefield is pretty cool.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Plus, it's got like an ox being blown around on the art, so that's the best thing ever.
And then the protection creature in blue is Cerulean Drake.
This card's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Okay, what's it do?
For 1 and a blue, it's a 1/1 flying drake. It has protection from red, and you can sacrifice it to counter target spell that targets you. Which the
Nice.
most common of those are, burn spells.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it also
So-
works against like discard spells.
Yeah.
Yes.
So against red, you drop this on turn 2, hopefully, and you block their red stuff all day long. Might even kill some of the smaller stuff, right?
Mhm.
And then if they're like, okay, we'll just burn you. If you don't need it anymore, you're like, no, never mind. And I like the fact that it also, while it is specific against red, a lot of black's spells target as well. Think about like discard spells. Target player discards a card. No, never mind. Or duress or anything like that. No, I don't want you to see my hand. So nope.
Jay Spencer brought up in chat that it also stops settle the wreckage.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Which is a thing. I'll be kind of glad when it rotates out because it's saved my bacon. Don't get me wrong. I have it in several white decks, but it's also a little. It's so good that you're kind of like, yeah. It's like, look, they have 2 white and some other stuff. Better not attack ever again.
Ever again.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
Black?
so-
Black hate cards, Noxious Grasp.
What's
there
that?
we go.
For 1 and a black, it's an uncommon instant. Destroy target creature or planeswalker that's green or white. You gain 1 life.
Quick, efficient, a little bit of life gain, but yeah, does what black does.
It does it very well.
Yep.
Mhm.
Very
Yeah,
mana
kill a
efficient.
planeswalker for 2 mana at uncommon
Yeah.
is kind of sick.
Also kills Teferis and Tamios
And
And Nissa's
and Nissus,
Which
but
is-
can't.
super important.
who's the knight? Who's dead?
Gideon.
Oh,
Yeah.
Too soon.
Well, no, not Gideon. Who's the other one?
Kills him double dead. Oh, Elspeth.
yeah, he's
Oh.
thinking Elspeth.
Oh, that she's not too soon. She's been dead for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I was thinking
but
of
I mean, there's
Elspeth.
two
I
white,
didn't even-
two white creature planeswalkers that are dead.
I wonder if they got
Well,
Noxus
and
to
well,
Grasp.
Venser's dead. White planeswalkers tend to be the ones to die.
Thank goodness. The protection creature is the blight. Where is he? Blight beetle. Here it is. I really like this guy. He seems like he's good too.
Okay.
For 1 and a black, he's a 1/1 insect that's pro green, and creatures your opponents control can't have +1/+1 counters put on them.
But I go to evolve. Oh.
Oh, Vivian Arkbow's like, I'm gonna put counters on, and the beetle's like, ahem.
Don't you see how noxious I am? How blighty? Okay.
Stink bug from hell. Look at that. Ugh.
Don't like bugs.
Of course not. You live in a place where there are stink bugs.
Yes. You're saying that I'd like them if I lived in a place where they weren't there. I'd admire them from afar, perhaps.
I don't know.
So,
I know that you wouldn't immediately hate them if they weren't a thing you had to deal with.
correct. In red, we've covered Fry. What's the protection creature in red?
It is the Unchained Berserker.
Oh, it's all the way down in U. So, okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this guy.
So for 1 in red, he's a 1/1 human berserker. Protection from white. His love for you is like a truck. An Unchained Berserker gets +2/+0 as long as it's attacking.
I I feel like I missed something. That's okay. That's all right. That's all right.
It's a clerk's thing.
Okay.
I didn't think I'd get him that bad.
I didn't expect it. He just worked it in. Just natural and deadpan Mike Toad. Anyway,
Does look a little bit like Silent Bob, doesn't it?
this guy is he seems less just generally good than the others.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he does exactly what this wants to do, and he does what the white deck doesn't want you to do, which is like aggro.
That is true. Yeah. What does it matter if you've got white weenies or angels if you're getting domed for 3 from a stupid guy that you can't block?
3 every turn. Turn 1, drop that goblin that can sack itself to ping something. Turn 2, play this guy, and then just never stop swing. Don't give them a chance to stabilize.
Mm-hmm.
Swinging for 3 on turn 3 is usually pretty good, and they can't block it. So, yeah, it doesn't look like wow, but it does exactly what you want to do when you're in red against white. So,
Yeah.
also, just thought of this. I know we're way past this, but I was scrolling through green. I saw a Gargos, and I stopped and I said, "Hey, that black beetle completely kills a lot of hydras, like a lot of them."
Yeah.
It's sort of like how elephants are supposedly afraid of mice. Hydras are terrified of blight beetles. Little known fact. Surprised you didn't know that. Here we go. Okay, I found the blue protection creature. Or the green protection creature. What's the hate spell? Oh, Veil of Summer. Duh.
Veil
Veil
of
of
Summer.
Summer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Veil of Summer we did talk about. What's the protection creature?
The Shifting Ceratops, unless there's another one. 'Cause
No,
it's
that's
rare.
right.
No,
They-
it's
they-
shifting
yeah,
Ceratops. I wouldn't be surprised if they just had to move it for rare for
In
other reasons.
Mark Rosewater's article on Monday, he mentioned that it started out as a cycle and they moved it up
Oh yeah, you're right.
to rare.
No, okay.
What's it do?
I don't know. What's it do?
It for 2 and a green. It is a 5/4
You
dinosaur.
want to read that again?
For 2 and 2 green.
That's
Did I say
important.
Yeah. For 3 mana, 5/4 broken. No, I'm sorry. Let me start again. Shifting Ceratops for 2 and 2 green. Convert mana cost of 4. It's a dinosaur. It is rare, and it's a 5/4. This spell can't be countered. Protection from blue. So that one blue spell that's like, hey, blue spell or whatever, Wait, no, this can still go on top of their library, right? Never mind. Well, anyway, I'm sorry. Can't be countered. Protection from blue. Pay a green, and it gains your choice of reach, trample, or haste until end of turn.
That's pretty good. And to clarify, what Brian
Yes.
meant was Ether Gust, the blue hate spell, can put this on top of the top or bottom of the library while it's on the stack.
Right.
But once it becomes a permanent, it's pro blue,
Yeah.
and that doesn't work anymore.
Because it doesn't say counter target spell. If you do, put it blah, blah, blah.
Exactly.
So, yeah. That was me figuring out the card while reading it, and you guys had to suffer through it. So I apologize.
No, it was a good point. So I'm glad you did that.
I'll do it on purpose next time.
But yeah, like a 5/4 with haste for 5 mana that can't be countered in his pro blue is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact that next turn it doesn't need haste anymore, so you can give it either reach or trample. These are good things.
These are very good. Take that control.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anything? Do we want to talk about the colored artifacts?
Yes.
Oh
So-
yeah.
So Mark Rosewater said in his article on Monday that you're going to see more colored artifacts probably going forward, because something they have struggled with is artifacts sometimes encroaching on the color wheel, because artifacts can be played with every color. And at least when I was learning to play, it felt like most artifacts were like, hey, we can do what this color does, but we do it worse. But because spells in general are just better than they used to be, to a certain extent, with some exceptions, the power level of artifacts has just gotten higher, and as a result, they can do things that are now encroaching on, if not straightly lifting from other colors, and they don't like that. And he mentioned Kaladesh block, which ties into our earlier discussion.
Because of course he did.
But as like the problems that were inherent with that, and he said this is something that comes up whenever we do an artifact heavy block. So you're gonna see more colored artifacts going forward because they want to do artifacts, but they want to do it in such a way that it feels like it's not bending or breaking the color pie. So for example, in white, we've got Ancestral Blade. For 1 and a white, it's an equipment, it's an uncommon artifact. When it enters the battlefield, you create a 1/1 white soldier creature token, then attach Ancestral Blade to it. It's almost like a germ, but it's actually a 1/1. The equipped creature gets +1/+1. It's a Leonin Scimitar, wasn't that the first thing to do +1/+1?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got an equipped cost of 1. Straightforward, you get it, but this is also a super white effect. It's creature pump, and it makes a 1/1 soldier, so yeah. Makes sense. I like it. What else we got? I don't. Was there a cycle? Was there one in every color?
I think there was a colored artifact in every color, right?
Yeah, there's a color artifact in every color. Not all of them are equipment.
No, that's what I meant. Sorry.
Yeah, the Portal of Sanctuary is the blue one.
There we go.
For 2 and a blue.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, for 2 and a blue, it's an uncommon artifact. And it has an activated ability, pay 1 and tap, return target creature you control and each aura attached to it to their owner's hands. Activate this ability only during your turn.
And this encourages you to build a certain way, because one of the problems with building aura decks is you kind of have to go all in sometimes. Maybe not put an aura, like put all the auras on one creature, but once that aura is on a creature, unless it's specifically you have an effect to move it around, it's there. And then when the creature dies, well, you're out of luck. This lets you say, hey, look, I want to get this creature back. Maybe it hasn't entered the battlefield effect or whatever. And I put some auras, 1 or 2 or more on it. Get those back too. Also, this does not say sorcery speed.
Right.
Yeah,
just during your turn.
During your turn.
So you could
can
do
use it to save something in combat if you needed to.
I attack with this guy. It seems like a safe attack. Oh yeah, well I have Giant Growth or Death Touch or whatever. Oh, I didn't realize that. Boing. That boing spell is it bouncing back. For 1 and a white, for 1 and tap, this feels pretty good. So
Yeah.
It's not
And
bad.
because you can only use it during your turn, you can't use it to have some annoying forever blocker.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, not bad.
Okay.
Black one is Blood-Soaked Altar.
Ooh, that's a name.
This is a card too.
Mm-hmm. For 4 and 2 black, so grand total 6. It's a uncommon artifact. Tap, pay 2 life, discard a card, sacrifice a creature. Create a 5/5 black demon creature token with flying. Activate this ability only anytime you would cast a sorcery. So here is where the 5/5 demon token comes in.
Yep.
Yep.
We'll get to the tokens in a bit. But, I mean, yes, a 5/5 with flying, that is really good. But this is not a small cost each. It costs 6 to cast. And you gotta be ahead a little bit on life, at least, to the point that you can spend 2 and not die. And discard a card and sack a creature. Assuming you can do all that, though, 5/5 demon, and the fact like maybe you're playing like smaller tokens or whatever, that this is repeatable next turn,
Yeah.
Because it doesn't say sacrifice the blood-soaked altar. It just, it sticks around.
Yeah, upgrading, going to a 5/5 with flying is a pretty significant upgrade to most creatures out there. So paying 2 life and discarding a card isn't an extremely steep cost for that.
I just think it'd be funny to sacrifice a barony vampire and all of a sudden have a demon.
Yeah.
But where do you get the like?
The
Does a
vanilla
vampire-
3/2 for 3 vampire. It's right up above it.
Yeah, no, like flavor-wise,
Oh,
like
The vampire just
vampire. Oh, okay.
So it's I think the flavor is just that you give a little bit of blood, you get a little bit of energy, and a creature essentially combines the creature and makes it a demon. The way it sort of works in my head is it's the scene in the Goblet of Fire where blood, bone of the father, drop Voldemort in a vat, and out pops adult Voldemort.
oh my God! You said his name.
I know.
Spoilers.
We do not speak his name.
All right, so the red
I
one.
just realized the art for Bloodthirsty Aerialist is upside down. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The art for what?
Oh,
Bloodthirsty Aerialist is
Right
upside
next
down.
to it.
I did not realize that. That's really cool. Makes sense. Cause
It is. Ah.
she's a
That
circus
scene from
acrobat.
Are We Live by Penn and Teller.
Well, you might as well go ahead and read it because we're all looking at it. Although I'm craning my neck a little bit now, so I
All
can't
right.
read it.
So Bloodthirsty Aerialist is 1 black for a 2/3 uncommon vampire rogue with flying. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on Bloodthirsty Aerialist. So Soren's Pride Mate, basically.
She's like the opposite of the demon that whenever you lose life, you draw that many cards. So the red one is that Chandra's regulator.
There's 2 in red.
Yeah, there's 2.
There's
We
2.
talked about the regulator last week, right?
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's
What's
the
the other
Mask
one?
of Immolation,
Oh yeah.
which
It,
is
it looks like one of the cinders.
yeah,
from,
which looks like one of the
Lorwyn.
cinders from not
Lorwyn.
Lorwyn, Shadowmoor.
Yeah.
Buh. So for 1 and a red, it's an equipment. When it enters the battlefield, you create the 1/1 red elemental creature, then attach the mask to it. This one's weird. The equipped creature has sacrifice this creature. It deals 1 damage to any target. And it costs 2 to equip. So it doesn't give any kind of buff. It just, you pay 2 and sacrifice a creature, essentially, to deal 1 damage to any target. It's a weird card.
When you absolutely have to get in those last couple points of damage and you can't get through,
Yeah.
okay. And then the green one is the Wolf Rider's Saddle. This is another equipment that makes a token when it comes in for 3 and a green, uncommon artifact equipment. When it enters the battlefield, you create a 2/2 green wolf creature token, then attach the Wolf Rider Saddle to it. The equipped creature gets +1/+1 and can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. Seems fairly useful. And has a good cost of 3. I like it. Anything that can block board stalls is good. Don't really, I mean, there you go. Pretty straightforward. Hello?
Mm-hmm. Well,
Okay.
we're all green.
Nobody said anything, so I want to make sure I didn't get dropped.
Oh, I died. I'm sorry.
I hear that doesn't end well.
That is what I hear.
Righty.
It does trip me out that it wants you to ride a wolf. You can't ride a wolf.
Seems
They're
to
not
be a
wargs.
thing that
They're wolves. Come on, man.
seems to be a thing that a lot of people do in the Magic universe, though.
Well, it's funny. It's not like anyone's actually see. So you create the wolf, and then you put the saddle on it. No one's in the saddle. It's just the saddle makes the wolf better. And then, but then you can move the saddle to someone else, so you can have a, you can have a goblin wear the saddle. No one's riding the goblin, but it just makes the goblin.
All right, we got the title for the episode. No one's riding the goblin.
No one's riding the goblin.
Mike is the best.
Like you got your Verse Claw. It's just a 7/7 vanilla 7/7 elemental horror. But then you put a saddle on it.
See though, no. Right now, I'm kind of picturing. This is gonna sound weird, but I'm picturing Jinkataxius, and he's like, "Give me that saddle."
And see, no one's riding the Jinkataxius.
No,
because no one would dare.
but if Jinkataxius was coming at you and he had a saddle on his back, I can believe that only one thing would want to get in the way. Everybody else is like, "We're staying out of this."
I was thinking the Vivalus broker of blood with a saddle on his back, flying at you. No one's in the saddle. He's flying at you with a saddle on his back.
He lands next to you and he's like, "Are you gonna sign this contract?" And you're just like, "You're wearing a saddle." It's like, "We don't talk about the saddle. It makes me better. Did you want to sign?" "I'm not signing anything. You're wearing a saddle. We're talking about the saddle, buddy." And then he slaps you and you draw some cards. Anyway.
But you know what you cannot put the saddle on?
No?
A blight beetle.
The blight beetle will not be ridden. Oh my god. What is wrong with all of us?
We do not have time for that.
Okay. What
Yes,
else we
right.
got?
Yeah, just so. Do you think that Tails End is gonna be a big card, or is it gonna be like,
I don't know. What color's that?
it's blue? For 1 and a blue, it's an instant. It is a rare counter spell. Well, why would you do that? Because for 1 and a blue, it's counter target activated ability, triggered ability, or legendary spell. And the flavor text: when you are gone, will anyone remember your story? Said by unknown. It's on the creepy side a little bit for a blue spell. Is this going to be a thing?
Possibly?
Maybe.
I mean, with so many freaking planeswalkers existing,
Yeah.
this both counters the planeswalker and counters one of their abilities.
Yeah. And for 1 and a blue. No double blue here. And I mean, Dominaria is still legal. You got legends everywhere. And yes, every planeswalker is a legendary spell as well. But
Oh, Stark just pointed out that the flavor text is actually attributed to unknown, which is even better.
isn't that what I said?
Yeah, but I
that's
mean-
what you said.
Did you point out the irony there?
Thought it was fairly obvious, but maybe I need to go into it more?
I mean,
Because-
I didn't notice it until Stark pointed it out.
Then I did a bad job. But I was trying to be like, hey, look at that. But
I was also not listening to you. I was reading all the stuff in chat I missed, so my bad.
okay. Yeah, I did go over that, but I didn't like hit people over the head with it. But
Also, the person in this art is the ally legend.
Oh yeah, I saw someone talking about that in the Discord server.
is it bad that I don't remember his name? And I'm not trying to be ironic. I really don't remember. I know who you're talking about.
Who? Oh, Stark can't remember her name either. Hang on.
Tariel, that's not right.
Hang on. We're gonna go type Legendary.
Oh, Pinball Witch says Tazri. That sounds familiar.
That's the one. Yeah, okay. How do you spell that?
Tazri.
That did not come up in Gatherer.
Okay. Then that might not be correct.
Oh, it's General Tazri. That's why. Okay.
Okay.
It won't autocomplete unless you're from the beginning. Yeah, so if you look at the... Can we open this in a new... Oh, hang on. If you look at the art there, you see that it's obviously a woman in armor with an angel halo around her neck. And then you go back to the card art here, and oh, look! It's a woman in armor with an angel halo around her neck. And it's the same armor. At least some of the design elements are the same. The color looks a little different, but whatever. That might just be reflecting all the blue that's around it. Ah. But yeah, I thought that was really cool because Tazri has a triggered ability, an activated ability, and is a legendary creature.
Huh.
So, there's that. But okay. Oh, and there's an elemental cat. Dang it. But no one's riding the elemental cat. Oh, we did not talk about... Scroll. The Manifold Key.
Oh, no, we didn't.
For 1 mana, it's an uncommon artifact that says pay 1 and tap to untap another target artifact. But also, pay 3 and tap, and target creature can't be blocked this turn. Isn't this half of this already a thing?
It's this. You've got a voltaic key, and you've got the key to the city.
What does voltaic key cost?
1.
What does voltaic key cost to activate?
1.
So this is voltaic key plus.
Yeah, Voltaic Key plus.
Okay.
And it's the key to the city, just without the untapped shenanigans.
Yeah, without the weird discard and draw stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking. It's interesting that the key can, untap something so I guess it unlocks it, but can also make a creature unblockable by opening up the side door and letting them sneak through, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It's neat. Oh, Voltaic Key can untap itself. That is true. That is a one of the key elements of the Voltaic Key, no pun intended.
Bizarre corner case combos.
I wonder if it's made different this way, either to A, prevent loops like that, or B, they make cards now with Arena in mind, and it would certainly slow your game down if you had to keep passing priority every time after you played this key and had a mana open, because then you could always target itself. So
Yeah, that'd be annoying.
Hey, Dirk.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the Icon of Ancestry?
it's an artifact.
This is such a Dirk card.
It's a very dark card.
There it is. So for 3, it's an artifact that's rare. As Icon of Ancestry enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Creatures you control of a chosen type get +1/+1. Yeah, this does kind of sound like me, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
For 3 and tap, look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card of the chosen type from among them. Put it into your hand. Put the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order.
See, I say this is a Dirk card because, 1, it's choose a creature type, they all get buffed. But also because it's look at the top 3, pick a card, put it in your hand, the rest go on the bottom of your library, because if they went in a graveyard, Dirk would never ever play it.
I know.
But they don't. They go in the bottom of the library, and Dirk is like, yes.
Okay.
Also, if they went in the graveyard, this would be slightly too good.
That is also probably true.
Okay.
And
I have
Pinball
to-
pointed out what I was just about to say, then Mike would play it.
Okay. So the full set came out on Tuesday, and I'm
Yes.
going through the set. I'm not taking notes or anything. I'm just kind of glancing through it. I saw a card, and I read what it did. I said, "Okay, cool," and I kept moving. And now I'm looking at it. I'm like, "What on earth is happening on this card? Pattern matcher. What on
God.
earth is happening on this card?" I read I was looking at it on my phone. And I didn't really pay too much attention to the art. I'm like, this is kind of a weird effect, but not enough that I kept going, that I kept looking at it. Now I'm looking at it on my monitor. I'm like, what? And I looked at the flavor text. I'm like, what? And I looked at the art again. Okay, so pattern matcher. Pattern matcher for 4 mana is a 3/3 artifact creature golem. It's uncommon. Before I read the text of the card, I'm going to read the flavor text. Good. Now put it with the other Whittle bunnies. Sargus has Artificer. And what this card actually does is when it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a card with the same name as another creature you control, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. So, okay, especially in Limited, where you may have like 2 of a common, that's not bad. But in the art, it's this samurai-looking golem thing with plates of armor and all that, and it's holding Bunny in its hand. And what is going on with this card? Did they get a piece of art and they're like, what do we do with it? I don't understand. Like, is this amazing or is this just odd? I can't even anymore. I was going to talk about Mystic Forge. I don't even care anymore. What is going on here? Why is it a bunny? I'm done, guys. I don't even know what's happening anymore.
The other Whittle bunnies. I really hope that Sargas is one of those like old dudes with the evil, like he sounds like this is good. Now put it with the other Whittle bunnies. I don't know why, that just makes me happy.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's the best card ever.
Except
for Ferocious Pup.
I mean, I would get it. I would get how this art is supposed to go with this text if the art actually showed like another bunny somewhere, but it doesn't. It doesn't show the golem doing anything that has to do with its effect. So I wonder if this was in the art cabinet and they just really wanted to use it and they had to come up with something last minute.
I want to see. I think there will be Mark Rosewater's articles in the coming weeks where he goes through cards of the set. I really want him to discuss this one and tell us, because I want to know, has this been in the art cabinet, like you said, for like the last 10 years? Every set they pull it out and they look at it and they're like, no. And look at this dude. I mean, it could be a golem, but it really looks like a medieval knight kind of thing. He's got a shield and a sword hilt, and like, I'm just like, what happened to make this card happen, you know? And I've gone on about it long enough, but okay, so Mana Forge is interesting. Mystic Forge is even better. I'm telling you, man, I'm done. The bunnies.
The Whittle bunnies. But no one's riding the Whittle bunnies.
Can you put a saddle on the bunny?
It's okay. I'll take over for Brian then. So Mystic Forge for 4
Please.
mana is a rare artifact that says you may look at the top card of your library anytime. Okay. You may cast the top card of your library if it's an artifact card or a colorless non-land card. Okay. So what are colorless non-land cards? Artifacts. Oh, this is so it can cast colored artifacts too. And also it's going to get like Karns and Eldrazi.
Yeah.
Okay.
including Eldrazi with Devoid.
Right. But I think the reason they worded it this way was so you could cast colored artifacts as well.
Yes.
Well, no, because then it would just say artifact card. So they want you to be able to cast Karns? I'm so confused. But anyway, so you can cast the top card of your library if it's an artifact card or a colorless non-land card. Okay. And you can tap it and pay 1 life to exile the top card of your library if it's something you just don't want. So yeah, it's another of those you can cast spells from the top of your library, given whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because we just had Future Sight in Modern Horizons, and that's a very blue card. It's seriously blue. It's got 3 blue in the cost, and this is the same concept, but for colorless spells. So yeah, I kind of like it.
Yeah.
You know how you can shut that down and make Mike really, really sad? You play Graph Digger's Cage.
But that. Oh.
I was gonna say, yeah, it does. Keep reading.
Yeah.
So
I
for
don't
one,
need to read it because I remember it.
For one,
Yeah, I don't.
it's a rare artifact. Creature cards in graveyards and libraries can't enter the battlefield. Players can't cast spells from graveyards or libraries.
It's an interesting returning hate card. Well,
Yeah.
Sideboard card. Because Grafter Cage was fairly important when it was in Standard, and is. I don't know if it's still important in Modern, because honestly, who could tell?
Yeah, I don't remember.
It's too bad Mike didn't have one of those in the Legacy tournament.
Mm-hmm.
But he comboed you out on his turn 1. So,
Yeah, I lost before my first turn started.
Yeah,
So.
I know. Mike's just trying to play honest Magic.
Ha! Idiot. I mean, what?
Did you see the kinda sorta second dawn that's not broken?
The brought back? Yeah, there it is.
Brought back. Yeah.
Yeah, brought back is kind of neat.
Okay, what's it do?
Oh, so brought back for white is a rare instant that says choose up to 2 target permanent cards in your graveyard that were put there from the battlefield this turn. Return them to the battlefield tapped.
Killed my creatures. They're back.
It's like a little miniature Second Sunrise.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also works with things like Sacklands. Ooh, somebody plays Liliana and says, everybody sack 2 creatures. I'm like, okay. Hey, look. Back. Again. Woohoo.
Yeah, this card seems really good.
I like it.
Yay. Okay.
Okay.
I would expect to see some brought back nonsense. I'm just saying.
Probably. The casting cost is restrictive enough that you gotta really plan around it, but for the deck that wants to do it, that's not a problem. It is getting up there in the hours. Do we want to talk about these tokens? Or did we already?
We already talked about the tokens.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like we had a discussion about it, so there we go. Never mind then. Haha.
Oh,
It
yeah,
was in the-
hey. You remember that card in Modern Horizons that spliced onto stuff and made golems?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, look, the Master Splicer is in this set.
Oh yeah.
This is a
What color
reprint.
is that?
Well, is this a reprint?
Yeah, it's a reprint from New Phyrexia.
Because I don't remember the golems you control get +1/+1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess
Yeah,
you just lost
they're-
track of
There
from
were
all the
two
other
in white.
splicers.
There were 2 in white. One that cost 3 and made a 3/3 golem, and all your golems have first strike. That was the rare.
Yeah.
And then
that was
Master
kind of weird.
Splicer was uncommon.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah, the Blade Splicer was the one that made the news.
There we go. Because Blade
Gotcha.
Splicer gave him first strike and was the lowest costing. So
hey, look, pacifism's back
yep. Knit me a sweater.
with a big derpy. Is that a Lorwyn giant?
Looks like a Lorwyn type
It's kind of
giant.
like a big derpy Lorwyn giant, just knitting.
Yep.
Can't the fella get a moment's peace around here? Huh.
No, we haven't reprinted that.
Ah, yeah, please let's don't reprint Moment's Peace. Thank you, everyone.
What do you think of Agent of Treachery?
I don't know. I think his art's cool.
This guy is going straight. If I get any, he's going straight into my group hug deck, the one with the goat guy that likes to give stuff out. For 5 and 2 blue, he's a 2/3, so that's super expensive for a 2/3. But he's a human rogue. He's rare. When he enters the battlefield, gain control of target permanent. Until end of turn or while this is on the battlefield, just straight up gimme. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 3 or more permanents you don't own, draw 3 cards. Super expensive, but I mean, you're basically paying what, 5 for this effect and then an extra 2 for a 2/3 body that has a conditional, hey look, draw 3 cards. I hear that drawing 3 cards is good, and in a lot of decks that's not you're probably not going to get there, but in like Commander or a deck that this is what you're doing, you know, drawing 3 cards is pretty good, I think. Yeah, let's go with that.
I like it. I swear it seemed like there was one more card that I really wanted to point out, but now I cannot for the life of me think of what it was.
Okay.
But that's okay, because it's late. Oh,
It's
let's just say
late.
it was Fortress Crab. Because look at him! He's so cute!
I find it interesting that Fortress Crab is here and is not a defender, but we have moat piranhas that are defenders. I guess they're stuck in the moat, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah. The 2 mana 3/3. Yeah, okay, it's got defender. Okay, it's fine.
Yeah, and it's common. Come
Plus
on,
the flavor
it's not
text. Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, it's not even that deep. Gorin the Brazen, but not his last words.
Yeah, I think someone in the Discord server said Gorin the Brazen just torments Norin the Wary all the time, which might be the joke they were going for. But Fortress Crab! Sorry. Alright. That's probably enough stuff for one podcast then.
Think so.
How about we wrap it up then? Dorks.
Sure.
Well, I'll go ahead and start us off. Oh, as I told the guys, this week has sort of been a weird week. So I was contacted. Did I tell you guys about Thursday that I got contacted and said, you need to go and do remediation next week?
Yeah, I actually cut it out of the podcast.
Oh. Well, I got contacted, and I got called later on by one of the other employees, and I was able to make arrangements in order to be to make it to remediate. And so this week I've been remediating students, and on Tuesday I got called for a job interview by actually Chewy, your old alma mater. So
North?
I had a job interview on Tuesday with them. So I felt pretty good about it.
Good.
So I'm hoping.
Nice.
But yeah, but essentially exhausted this week. Like, it's so funny that during the school year, I get home like, okay, yeah, it was a day, but I'm good and everything. The summers, I am just so beat by having to deal with my own kids and having to do all the extra stuff that goes along, having the summer off. It's just one of those things. So I am tired and I'm going to bed.
I'm tired and I want to go to bed. Boom, boom, boom.
Good night.
So good night,
Everyone,
everybody.
go watch Jaws. Dirk, go to bed.
Okay.
And then there were 3.
But not for
So-
long.
Nope. I'm pretty tired too. And I have a ton of work to do in the morning. So I'm going to just say that the art on Thought Distortion does not get any better the longer you look at it. So don't do it. Definitely don't send Chewie your copies of this card to hang them over his head, because that would be weird and creepy. And I'm not sure how you would really enforce that.
This is the sort of art. This is yet another discard spell. Except it's not a discard spell. It's the target opponent reveals their hand, so. Oh, it is a discard spell!
Come on. I'm like, what? Yes, it is.
Shut up. But,
Target opponent reveals their hand. Isn't that nice?
yeah,
For
right?
6
And then I
mana.
saw exile, blah,
But
blah,
it
blah,
can't be
graveyard.
countered, man. So yeah.
Shut up. But yeah, there's always a discard spell that gets in Cluse's head and he refuses to look at it. I don't
Is
think
this
this one is good enough to be in a bunch of standard decks that we have to like see as we mouse over them, which is too bad. Cuz this is that art in this set.
Yeah.
Straight up.
So, but no, because I guess I'll say we are not recording next week, so I hope everyone in the U.S. and elsewhere has a great 4th of July, and hopefully if you have a little time off from work, you can enjoy it, and if not, then hopefully you're able to still take some time for yourself and your Fortress Crab. Sorry.
Crab. But no one's
And,
riding the Fortress Crab.
No, but you could fit a saddle up there for sure. So, I'm tired. Insert pun here. You guys have a fantastic night, okay?
All right,
All right.
maybe.
Thanks everybody for listening and tuning in and whatnot.
Hey, buddy.
Hey. I'm also kind of tired. Some of it's because of working a little late each day so far this week. Not today, thankfully. Some of it's just from not going to bed on time. But the not going to bed on time is influenced by getting back home late. So I just feel like I need more time to take a break. But
That reminds me, did you like doze off last night with your computer still up?
I left it on because I had gotten a Steam key for something I support on Kickstarter. So I left Steam open to let it finish updating stuff.
Oh, okay.
When I went to bed.
Because I saw you were still on Discord, and I went, it's like 1:30, and I typed out, dude, go to bed, and you went idle while I was typing, and I went, or whatever time it was, I don't know, it was late as hell, and I went,
Mhm.
I bet he did go to bed. Never mind.
Yeah, I left my laptop on so Steam could finish updating stuff.
Word.
But yeah, it's always nice to see a exciting, interesting core set. You know what? When this goes up in Gather, it'd be interesting to see how many cards are actually reprints, because it seems like there's a high concentration of new stuff in this one. I wonder how it compares to the last one and ones before it.
I don't know.
There's just a ton of new stuff.
There's a pretty good amount of reprints, like just looking at white.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it could be that the new stuff is just really good and is distracting us.
Yeah, it just stands out more. That makes sense.
Because, like, just scrolling through White, I'm like, that's a whole row of reprints? That's a lot of reprints? Those are reprints?
Yeah, you're right. It's probably the same, roughly 50-50 that other core sets have been.
Ah, Pinball Witch pointed out that you could check Scryfall since it's already there.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
I didn't either. That's what chat is for. Thanks, chat. But no one's writing the chat.
It's just better.
Anyway. So is that it for you then, sir?
Yes, it is.
All right. Well, that just leaves me. I'm Chewy. And you can find all the stuff I do anywhere on the internet that is the Mana Pool. So you can go to themanapool.com to find the podcast episodes in audio form. You can find all my YouTube videos on youtube.com/themanapool. At the moment, what's going up on YouTube right now? It's still Smash Ultimate, Zelda Second Quest, and Dota Underlords. Zelda Second Quest is almost done. It's got either between 1, 2, and 3 more videos that I have to edit. I don't know how I'm going to cut it up, and it's going to depend on how much wandering around I cut out. Because I think there's a fair amount of wandering around in level 9. Because it's level 9. But anyway, yeah. It'll be more than one. It'll either be 2 or 3 more videos from that. And that series is finally done. Yes, I can do something else. But also, I've got 2... That was my elbow. I've got 2 videos from Teamfight Tactics that I want to put up. The first of which just finished rendering right before we started the show. Because that's the League of Legends version of the auto battler genre that started with the Dota Auto Chess mod, or at least became super popular with the Dota Auto Chess mod, and is now an auto chess standalone game that's currently mobile only. And Dota Underlords, which is the Valve version, which is on all mobile phone stuff and also on Steam, and the League of Legends version is Teamfight Tactics, which is, as far as I know, only on the League of Legends launcher on PC. I think that's right. But it finally went public a couple days ago, or yesterday, or whenever the hell that was. It was yesterday. And so I played some games, and apparently I'm awesome, Mike.
Good for you.
Because my very first game of Teamfight Tactics ever, with no idea who any of the characters or what any of the abilities were, and only a vague idea of what any of the synergies were, I won.
Nice.
Luckily, it was on stream, and luckily I was recording, so that's the video that's going up. So if you want to check that out, then go to the YouTube channel, because it's probably up by now if you're hearing this after the show goes out. But yeah, I'm all in on this auto battler genre, man. I think I said this last week, but it's only gotten worse since then. Like, I'm neck deep. I'm digging it. And now that there aren't 2 games to play, because I'm probably not going to play Teamfight Tactics so much. Because it's just not as well done just yet. Like, it feels a lot more like a game that's in early access. Whereas Underlords feels pretty much like a complete game. And they keep throwing out balance patches. They're like, all right, we made this better. And then the next day they're like, all right, that was too good. We've nerfed it slightly. And the next day we're like, it's still too good. We nerfed it slightly more. That last one was today. So yeah, but the genre itself is a lot of fun. I really love it. It's very strategic, and you have to think on your feet and be aware of what you're doing, and it's good. I love it. You have to nerf the knights, Jay Spencer. They're too freaking good. Sorry. The knights synergy is what was buffed and then nerfed and then nerfed. Because they made it too freaking good. Which is how it was in the original mod, by the way. Knights were kind of broken. Yup. anyway. So that's stuff that's going on YouTube. Of course, all the streaming happens right here on twitch.tv/themaniple. We stream Monday Night Magic. Ow, I went to, like, put a finger into my hand to count above my head and missed and clocked the top of my headset with my hand because I'm an idiot. Anyway, so yeah, we stream Monday Night Magic right here. We stream the Maniple right here. I stream viewer games of Dota Underlords. Anytime I'm playing Dota Underlords, anyone is free to jump in and play with me. Most of the time we have a full party of 8 playing, and when we don't, then the freaking bots win, apparently. But it's a lot of fun, and it's free, and I've infected so many people with the urge to play and then keep playing this game, including Cap. And now Cap is infecting his viewer base, and it's great. Yay! But anyway, yeah. So that's what's going on there. I also stream other stuff. I really need to get into some Hearthstone and get that on stream again, because I actually played a few games earlier today and realized, wow, I miss Hearthstone. So, you know? One of these days I'll get Mike and we'll do another co-op stream, because that was a lot of fun. Although Mike is apparently gone, so never mind.
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Didn't have anything to contribute.
Oh, so Mike doesn't want to do a co-op stream. I see how it is.
Oh, I didn't realize you were waiting for a response from. Sorry.
Don't think I haven't noticed you creeping up the ladder, too, Mr. Sir.
Yeah, I've been around 8, 9, 10 for the last. I can't remember. I know it was last season too. I can't remember if I made it the season before as well.
I'm proud of you. I'm sitting at rank. Well, now I'm at rank 7. I was at rank 6, like on a win streak, 1 win away from hitting 5, so I could like stop tryharding for the month. Because it's the 27th, so there's not much month left. And then I lost like 4 in a row, and I was like, bitch. But anyway, so yeah, that's what's going on the other places with the other things. If I seem a little confused on what to stream, it's because every time I try to figure out what to stream, my brain goes, Underlords! And then I just stream that, and I've really got to break that habit and do some more variety streaming. It's so good, though. Anyway. Still trying to get Mike hooked, but I don't see it happening.
No, it's just I don't know. I see the gameplay and it just didn't grab me. So I haven't been keeping up with your other videos.
Dang it, man. You should probably watch at least one of the Underlords ones, because I know you watched the auto chess ones, but that game sucked comparatively.
Okay.
Like, sucked.
I'm gonna check it out.
Like, it was great when it was all we had, but now I don't ever want to play it again ever. And I loved it. It was brilliant. And now I don't ever want to play it again ever, because everything else is just better. But anyway, so, right. If you want to help support what I do with this content creation, because there's at least one YouTube video every day, now that I have so much Underlord stuff, it tends to be something, either Smash or Zelda, or a podcast, and an Underlords video. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can come follow on Twitch. You can subscribe on Twitch. If you have Amazon Prime, then you have Twitch Prime, and you get a subscription token to use every month. 2 of them were used just earlier this stream. It was awesome. Then, by all means, use that. Feel free to give it to me. If not, give it to someone of a smaller streamer. Once you know, if I ever break out of being a smaller streamer, I'm going to stop saying that, because I am a horrible sellout. But I'm still a small streamer, so please give it to a smaller streamer. Oh, there's one right there. Saint Saigal with the 4-month resub. Thank you. And then you'll get to hear that, see? What else? Oh, if you ever shop on Humble Bundle, then you can use our partner link, affiliate link. I forget what Humble Bundle calls it. But if you use our link when you buy anything from Humble Bundle, then a small percentage of whatever you spend goes to charity, and another small percentage of whatever you spend goes to me. So every little bit helps. And they have all kinds of sales going all the time. They had a massive like retro and retro style sale last week or the week before. And this week, I don't know if it's still going, was like a big mystery sale with Batman games and point-and-click adventures and other sort of mystery-type things, which looked freaking awesome. So, yeah. The partner, affiliate, whatever link is everywhere. If you're watching on YouTube, it's in the description. If you're watching on Twitch, it's right down there in the panels. And if you're listening to the podcast, it's in the show notes. But anyway, the most direct way to support what we do, I knew I was getting to something, is to go to patreon.com/themanapool and become a lifeguard, where you can get various perks, like getting the Manapool episodes and YouTube videos early. You can get the odds and ends, which is the behind-the-scenes nonsense recorded before and after both Monday Night Magic and the Manapool. That's uncensored and unfiltered. Or you can get the sponsorship shout-out, where I will put your name on the end screen for all of the YouTube videos that month. And I'll hiccup. And I will read off your name on both podcasts and say thank you. Like this. Thank you to Kim Ho, Andrew Hunt, Al, Lance Delicious, Team Yohellas Are You, Connor Kennedy, John Morris, Alex Gonzalez, Jeff Spencer, Stuart Slaw, PJ McMullen, Sophia Bertain, Casey, Fayen Says, Danny Liao, Jason Doan, Cody Buckowing, Jake Jansons, Jason Kaus, Gothic Man, Brian DeLucci, Stark Maximum, John Parker, Violet Moon, Aleph Cat, Dan Holm, Bartle, Sarah Jane, and the Beast Father, Aaron Goodwine. Man. If you would like to help train my lung capacity, then become a Mythic Lifeguard. And with that, are we done? Yeah, we're done. We're totally done. We're donezo. We're like the dishes. The dishes are done, man. Nobody remembers that movie, but everyone remembers that line.
I remember what you're talking about.
See?
I don't know if I ever saw that movie.
Exactly!
I just remember that from the commercials, promo material.
By the way, you can also follow us on Twitter, send us an email, join the Discord server. There's all I live in the Discord server, so if you ever want to talk to me, I'm always there. And with that, we will be done with this podcast episode of the Manapool number 558. Thank you all so very much for joining us, and go play some Magic.